How are you? All right, here. mm, mm, Sorry. It's better to start off real crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? What is up, my children, my babies, my lovelies? Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so excited to be back with another episode. Yes, honey. I mean, 2 episodes in 1 month. Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy. Like, I'm like the worst content creator ever. Now that I just heard myself, I'm like, wow, Jaya, how come you have not been posting at least 2 or 3 podcast episodes in a month? That's insane. I'm giving myself, y'all, I'm trying to tell myself, I'm like, look, girl, you need to post more on your podcast if you want it to grow, okay? If you want to see some results, you gotta create the results, okay? I can't be sitting here complaining about certain things and I ain't putting in that work. Cue the bombs. Cue the bombs. And I'm saying that because, girl, I be flaking sometimes and I be sitting here wondering why. But girl, what are you saying why for if you don't work? Come on. So, anywho, I'm already starting off crazy. But anywho, y'all. Yes, y'all, I am back again with another video and I'm challenging myself to put at least 3 episodes out in a month. Okay, so give me a little pat on the back. But anyways, y'all, oh my goodness, we are back again with another episode and I am so excited about this episode, y'all, because there's been some reevaluating in my life, some things that I've had to add, some things I've had to subtract. And I was like, let me come up on a mic and talk about it because, we got to get into some things. Y'all know how we do. But child, let me take off my glasses for this moment. Hold on. Y'all, I had on my nice little cute fashion glasses, but now it's time to get a little bit serious, girl, because apparently the girlies was mad about my last post. Apparently the girls, it just was not sitting right for them at all, y'all. They just was not liking it. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all, I use that video as promotion because I was just like, oh, this part is so funny. The text. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you go listen to episode 11. I don't want to be called a strong black woman. Okay. Period. I use a promotion video where it was talking about the text message that the guy sent me, right, y'all? Okay, period. Sent me a text message talking about some good morning, my beautiful, strong black queen, or whatever the case may be. The men are in the comments going crazy. They like, oh, that's all I hear is roofing because I didn't hear anything else. That's all I hear is barking. I didn't hear nothing else. All I heard was commotion. Girl, mad, eating me up in the comments. Y'all like, that's why you ain't got no man. I'm like, how do you know what I got? Please. That's number one. Well, we ain't gonna get to that. Number two, they're like, oh, this is why we can't treat y'all like nothing because all y'all do is complain. Your ego, you're this, you're that, you're girl running me through the mud. And I'm like, did anybody take the time to even listen to the episode, or are we just judging me straight off the back? Y'all don't even know what the topic is about. The whole point of my conversation in that last episode was not about the text message, like whatsoever. It was just triggersome from the text message simply because it was like cringy and it was corny. But the whole point about it is destroying the narrative of a strong black woman. And that's why I was like, you know what? Because people want to fuss me out, but don't know how to educate themselves. So I was like, you know what? Let me educate y'all. And of course, thank God I got some love and some people backing me up, y'all, because I was just like, wow, like the fact that people were actually tearing me alive. I was like, wow, I expected some hate, but I was not expecting for people to be gunning me down my throat. I was like, wow, this is this is for real. Some guy even went to the extent to like reshare the post and was like, this is the stupidest shit I ever heard. I'm like, whoa, somebody's angry. Like, wow, he was really upset, y'all. I was like, wow, he's mad. But anywho, and I was starting to rethink myself, and I was just like, dang, like, should I have not used that promotion? Should I have not used that teaser? Maybe I should have went straight off the back with a definition. But I was just like, I feel like everybody would know why we wouldn't want to be called strong Black women. So I mean, like, why do I have to sit here and define people, like give a definition like we in school or something? So I decided to do something funny. I was like, you know what? I'm not changing what I do for no dang body. And I actually opened up the comments, so I turned my comments off, but I turned them right back on because I was like, you know what? Say what y'all want to say. Now, if it gets a little too rowdy, I started deleting some because some of them started getting a little too rowdy. And I was like, oh, because what you're not going to do is call me out my name. That's one thing we're not going to do, okay? Yeah. Anyways, hold on. Let me re-up on some lip gloss. But anywho, now that we got that out the way, let's get into what we about to talk about today, okay? Before we get into the topic that we about to talk about today, y'all know we got to drink on something because, we about to get into the diary, okay? And, you know, sometimes we need a little drink before you get into the diary. But, y'all, why I don't have no wine today? So today we're going to be drinking some water. Drink your water, kids, okay? ASMR. Yes, the water is so good, so crisp, and that's what I'm going to be drinking today because y'all don't have no wine to drink on today. So yeah, we got a nice little cute little water bottle, a mini. But anywho, y'all, let's get into it. So today, this episode is going to be called Step Your Cookies Up Before They Crumble. And I was battling between if I wanted to name this Step Your Cookies Up Before You Crumble, or if I wanted to name it You're Just Not On My Level. But I was like, oh, I don't want it to sound mean girly. And I've been rethinking a lot of things lately, but I would hope people would know who I am to know that I'm not a mean girl. I mean, I just do little like catchy, fun captions to make people want to click. A little spiciness, like, ooh, what's that? What's she talking about? You know? But apparently, I'm on eggshells right now. So I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it real cute and sweet. So the cutest I can go is step your cookies up before they crumble. Don't be acting like cardinals and gonna fumble. And the reason why I named it that is because, y'all, I've been having a lot of different adding and subtracting in my life. Like I said previously, I have been reevaluating friendships and relationships and just people just being in my face for like absolutely no reason. And so I say that because I'm just like, you know what? Now that I'm in this new chapter in my life, I need to be around people and surround myself around people who are on the same level as me. And to not think that that's a bad thing that I want to do that. To not think that it's a bad thing to want to challenge myself to be more, to be better, to be fruitful. And that's what we're about to get into today. So, boom, let me tell y'all, let's just get into it. So, recently, I've had to separate myself from a few friends, okay? Now, this is the crazy thing about this whole thing is that it's been something that I knew that I needed to do, but I always am just so hesitant on it. A little background about me, y'all. I have always been the type of friend that felt like I need to lift everybody up, lift every voice and sing. Like, I just always have felt like I'm always, like pulling my friends up. And I hate even having this type of conversation. Like, honestly, y'all, if y'all know me, if anybody that really, really knows me, I hate having this conversation because I don't want it to sound like at all that I'm just like everybody's savior and all I do is do this and that and the third. And I take care of everybody. I take care of mine. I handle mine. Like, no, it's not even that. I hope y'all get my little jokes, child, because I be telling these little jokes, but I'm like, I really hope people understand them. I do a lot of movie references. But anyway, that was from White Chicks, if you need to know. That's from White Chicks. But anywho, y'all, I'm getting off track, girl. Stay on track. I've realized the problem about me is, and I've been damn. I've realized the problem about me is that I literally surround myself around people that are not on my level. And I want this to sound as humble as possible because I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm superior, because I am 100% not superior. And I am not at the best I can be just yet, like at all. But what I mean by on my level is it's just somebody that's, has a job, who's working, who's living by themselves, or just not really tied down with their parents, somebody that's able to travel, somebody that's able to, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't want it to sound like, honestly, y'all, I really don't want this to sound bad, like at all. But for the real ones, because I feel like a mother's diary, my podcast is for the real ones, okay? So I don't want to keep trying to having to censor myself a lot, because the real ones who know what I'm talking about, okay? You know what I mean. I've had a lot of problems where a lot of my friends wouldn't be quite there yet. And I'm I'm such a welcoming person. Like I've been around them and I'm loving them and I'm loving on them. But I've always felt like, what am I getting back in return? And I've had to realize that friendships and relationships are 50-50, y'all. Okay. So if you've ever felt like you're in a situation like me to where you feel like you are giving your all to somebody and you're just not getting nothing back and you're draining yourself out, listen to what I'm saying. I've always been that friend that be sitting, giving life advice. My friends calling me up day and night, running me through all their problems. It's just a heavy burden, y'all. It's just so much. I'm always the one that people want to call and like just dump on me, and like I'm helping them out, and then nobody's ever trying to consider how I feel, and nobody's ever trying to look out for me and my mental, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it's like you're not really doing what you said that you want to do. It's a lot of talk behind where you want to be in life, but you're not putting any actual effort to get there. And I have been so tired of that. And sometimes, and I'm keeping it real with y'all, that was a problem within me. That's not even a problem within the friends. You get what I'm saying? If you feel like you keep surrounding yourself around certain people, that's a problem within you. And I've had to realize this is my problem. What's the root cause of this? Why do I continuously keep surrounding myself around people that are not there yet in their lives, that are still having to get their lives together? And I feel like I need to come up and save them. What's the deep rooted issue? And I feel like I'm still working on it, so I can't give a clear definition, child. But I do feel like a lot of that comes from just trauma. A lot of that comes from trauma. A lot of that comes from me not realizing myself, my self-worth, and where I am. Because I am putting my dignity, my mental, my everything behind for friends and family and for people to just dump on me and for me to just be having to, be there for someone and this, that, and the third. Like for me to just always be somebody's rock. Like it's just sometimes it's just way too much. And I just want somebody that's equally yoked. That's what I'm trying to say. When you're in a relationship and people be like, I want somebody that's equally yoked. That's true stuff, y'all. That's true. And the reason why it's so true is because it's just like, who wants to be in a relationship with somebody? And let's just keep it real. Because I feel like nowadays people don't want to keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Who wants to be in a relationship with somebody to where you feel like you're putting in your all, you're paying the bills, you're taking this person out here and fro, you're doing this for that person. This person is not working a job. This person is sitting around on their butt, okay? Trying to refrain. Trying to refrain. This person is sitting out on their butt, not doing nothing, probably not working, talking about what they want to do, their plans on where they want to go, child, what they see in 5 years, where they, I want to do this, I want to do that, judging everybody else. Got so much to say about everybody else. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all, because we have to. Because we have to. Got so much to say about everybody else, but sitting down on your couch, you know what I'm saying? You feeding, you doing this, you doing that. It's so much of you giving to them, but what are they really giving to you? That's not equally yoked, like at all. Like at all. Okay? Like the yolk is all the way on the other side of the eggshell. That's not equally yoked. Okay, like at all. Y'all have no similarities. There's nothing you can really bond on. Honestly, there may be true love there because you want to truly help that person, but that person is benefiting off of you. How is that fair to you? And I've had to learn that it's not wrong to want something out of a relationship and to want something out of a friendship. That's not wrong to say. And I really used to think it was wrong to be like, well, what are you doing for me? But that's not wrong at all, because if we're in a friendship, which is just like a relationship, what am I getting out of this? And I've really had to ask myself that. So back to the beginning, child, because I feel like I'm going all over the place. I've had to recently cut off a friend. We're going to go to the recent one because, child, I've had to do a few cutoffs. I had to recently cut off a friend because I've felt like, and I love her and I still have love for her. Like I still have love for her, y'all. I love people deeply. But this person was just not on my level. And I felt like no matter how much I tried to talk to her, no matter how much advice I gave to her, it seemed like it came out one ear and out the other because she wanted to do what she wanted to do. And we were just not on each other's level, y'all, like whatsoever. Our morals were completely different. The things that she's accepted, I would never, ever accept. I would never. Okay. And I'm just keeping it real. the situations that she's been through um were really triggering for me. If we're being 100% honest, the things that she's been through in her life were really triggering for me. And I felt like, I've explained that to her. I've let her know, like, look, hey, like, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like I was giving my all in our friendship. She was always calling me, like, literally, y'all, just dumping on me about this guy doing her dirty dog dang on wrong, y'all. Like, I'm talking bottom of the barrel. Okay. This man running her through the mud. Everybody's running her through the mud. Drama, 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 drama. And then I had to realize I don't go through this drama. I don't go through this drama. And I don't know what it is, but like, I kind of feel people's emotions. If you understand where I'm coming from, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you understand where I'm coming from, give this podcast 5 stars. But I understand I really like feel people's feelings. If someone's coming to me and they're crying to me and giving me their all and they're letting it all out, I feel that on a deeper level. So I give my all when I give advice. Like, I'd be like, oh no, you don't accept this, don't do that, don't do, I go in, I go hard. And I feel like that's why a lot of people want to come to me with their issues. I'm not gonna lie. I've been told that, like, it's really easy to, like, I'm really easy to communicate with. So I mean, like, I go hard. And I'm going hard, y'all. I'm like, don't ever go back to him. Like, how dare he do this to you? How dare he, all the things he's put you through? That is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. I'm picking up her tears, wiping her tears. I'm doing this, that, and the third. But besides the men drama, because it ain't even just the men drama, I'm just giving that because that's just like the surface, first grade level. If we really get into some things, it's some things, just not working, just feeling like I gotta be there for her because she's not working and I'm working, you know what I'm saying? And like, it started to get to the point where, like, and this is where things start getting hard and rough because I don't want to say stuff like this. But again, like I said, we got to keep it real. Jealousy is real. I felt like she started getting jealous of me. Oh, it feels so, it just feels so weird saying that somebody's jealous of you. I don't know. I'm just not that type of girl. I'm going to keep it real. I'm just not that type of girl. Like, I don't think that no one could ever really be jealous of me because I don't really know what there's to be jealous of. Like, I'm a human being, just like everybody else in here. Like, I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I go through a lot of things, like a whole lot of. So I just don't really be understanding how anybody can be jealous of me. But then I had to look back. I was like, people really be hating on you and people will really be preying on your downfall and you really won't know it. And it be the ones that be the closest to you. They really try to get really, really close so that they can study you and they can figure out your path, figure out exactly where you're going, exactly how you're thinking, exactly how you're doing things so they can snatch it and copy it and drag the rug right under your feet. I'm telling you, people will really do that. And so she started to do that. Like, she would start to say like little haterade type things, y'all, like just start hating. And I was just like, whoa, like I've never, ever, like ever given her any reason to hate on me, like at all, y'all. Like I said, I would be helping her. I was always there for her whenever she needed me, y'all. I dropped myself. I was always there for her. And this is like this for a lot of friends. So if you think I'm talking about you, baby, I'm not, because I've been through this. This is a multiple offense. This is a multiple act. I am the victim of multiple offenses. Okay. So if you think this is about you, baby, it's really not. And I'm the problem. Like I said it before, I'm the problem because I keep surrounding myself around this stuff. For real, for real. I keep surrounding myself around people who are not doing the same thing as me. And that's a problem. It's all about being self aware. Okay. Period. And this is not the first time, too. But from this friend, from a whole separate friend, I've had another friend, too. We're on the same journey and path. You know what I'm saying? With like our majors and where we want to go and what we want to do in life. And like every single time I was getting an accomplishment, I always felt like she never praised my accomplishments whatsoever. But I was always there for her. And I never understood that. I was like, dang, girl, like I'm your biggest cheerleader. And if anybody knows me, I am the number one hype man, girl. I go in for my people, okay? And I'm like, every accomplishment that I made, it just always was silence. And I'm like, why, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it really took all of those things for me to realize like these are just not the people that I need to be around, and that's okay. And you can still love these people. It's nothing wrong with still having love for those people, but from afar. from a distance. And I had to distance away from the mic because I need you to understand how far the love needs to be. Okay, very far. It needs to be far because those people will take advantage of you. And not only that, they will literally suck the life out of you. Y'all, I'm sucked. I'm sucked dry. I'm a raisin. I'm a raisin, y'all. Like, it's a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's a lot. And like I said again, I'm having to learn that it is okay to understand my boundaries and it's okay to understand what I want to be around me. Okay. No matter how y'all feel, no matter what y'all think. And if y'all are listening, if anybody is listening and feels just like me, do not let what people think about you deteriorate your thoughts and how you truly feel. Because at the end of the day, I always knew it wasn't healthy. And I always knew there was a problem as to why I kept meeting friends that weren't doing the same things as me. I want to be able to experience life with my friends. Whenever I call you, we can go out, we can do these things. You know what I'm saying? You're not always at home because you're at work, you're getting your work done. And once you're done with your work, we meet and we're doing this, that, and the third. We're experiencing life together. I want to be able to call you and we can feed off of each other mentally, physically, and emotionally to where we can have educational conversations. Do you get what I'm saying? Where we can be deep in debate. I want to have an equally yoked friendship and relationship. And it's not bad that I want that. It's not bad that you want that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's just like, you know what? For the betterment of you, it's time to start telling these people to step your cookies up before they crumble. Because everything will come crumbling down. It will come crumbling down if you keep surrounding yourself around people who are not like you. You should not be the only one in the room that's winning. I had to learn that. That's a problem with me. And it wasn't even intentional, y'all. I swear it's not even intentional. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm still working with a child. Like I said, I need to get back into my therapy session so my therapist can really tell me what the deep rooted issue is. But what I do know is that there's an issue. Okay. But the crazy thing about it is, it's just like things will come falling apart right in front of your eyes. And when you get out of that friendship, relationship, or whatever it is, child, whatever you want to call it, you're going to realize I'm not feeling absolutely nothing. But the fact that I've just lost somebody, and you feel this loss of like, dang, like, I'm not in need, I'm not in want anymore. And that's a toxic trait, to always feel like you need to be in need. And that was a toxic trait of mine. I had to honestly realize that I don't want a friendship to where I need to be in a need of that level. I want to be in a need of, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you call me, I can be there for you. But whenever I call you, I have the need to understand that you'll be there for me too. That's what I mean by I need somebody on my level, to know that if I fall down, you'll be there to pick me up just as much as I've been there to pick you up. If I need something, you'll be there for me within a snap of a second. I've realized that these friends that I've been putting around my circle, whenever I need them, they don't drop everything for me. Girl, they can give two craps about me. But yeah, and it's like my best friend Ayana, y'all already know who that is. That's Mother A. Okay. The OGs know Mother A. Mother A, she was telling me, she was just like, Jaya, that's aren't you tired of this? Like, aren't you tired of that? And Mother A used to always tell me that. And I always used to be like, girl, bye. Like, you're kind of so mean. Like, why do you be kind of like evaluating who's around your circle? Like, a friend is a friend. Like, a good person is a good person. And I will always surround myself around people for vibes because I am such a vibey girl. Because I'm a vibey girl or whatever. But no, I would always surround myself around people with good vibes. But I've realized good vibes is not going to get me far in life, like whatsoever. Literally, just because you have a good party does not mean that you can stimulate my mind. It really does not mean that at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? That does not mean that we. And I would always have somebody around me for a good time, but a good time is not a long time. What they say? What the boys say, a good time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And that's what I had to realize. I have to start separating my friends. A lot of times too is a lot of my older friends from like high school or things of that nature that I love dearly and I still love to this day, and they know I love them. That the friendship never will end. Okay. But I will always want to keep my those type of friends around me because I'm like, why would I want to like you, my girl? Like you've been there through my harshest times. Like you see me when I was down, and like for my guys, that's my guys. You've been my guy since day one. Like you see me through here, you see me through there, you know. But then I'm like, but I'm not there anymore. Do y'all hear how deep that is? But I'm not there anymore. And if you're still there, I have to make that cautious decision to move forward. I do. It's a mature decision too, y'all. Listen to me clearly. It's a mature decision. It does not mean that you're leaving somebody out there in the dust whatsoever. Okay. It just means if that person is not ready to elevate yet, you cannot hold yourself behind. You have to keep moving. If their cookies are not stepping up, baby, you're going to crumble with them. Sometimes you have to make a selfish decision for yourself to be like, you know what? I love you, but I got to move on. And if you need me, call me. I'm a call away, but don't call me too much now. Don't blow up my line. Okay? Don't take that too crazy. But just know that I'm here when you need me, but I'm also here. Those things that I was doing at that time, I'm not doing that anymore. I have to keep moving. I have to keep elevating. And it's just that on that. And if that person is your real friend, that person will understand where you're coming from and root you on as you continue to win. And hopefully they'll be right there with you. Anyways, that's a great way to close this out, okay? Make sure y'all are watching all my other episodes, listening to all my other episodes, okay? Make sure y'all are rating this podcast 5 stars so y'all can see more of me. Make sure y'all are downloading these episodes. Just do all of that. I love the support. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all are finding better friendships and relationships that are fulfilling you, that are making you feel better. Make sure that you second guess yourself. What am I getting out of this? Make sure you ask yourself that. What am I getting out of this friendship? What am I getting out of this relationship? Yes, I'm asking for me and only me. It's your year, baby. I love y'all so much. Your mother is out. Bye.